Hey everyone, what is up? So it has been a while since I posted to this channel. I would say there's a reason to all this, coronavirus, no movies, but really, if I'm being honest, I was just being extremely lazy. So thanks to everybody for sticking around during this time and all of our new subscribers. I'm back now, so if you're new to the channel, do me a favor, help me out, keep me from turning into a sloth once again, and hit that subscribe button. Give me some of that good old motivation. But enough about me. Let's talk about this movie. Love and Monsters, directed by Michael Matthews. Love and Monsters stars Jessica Henwick, Michael Rooker, and Dylan O'Brien as Joel, a survivor of the bug apocalypse that seeks shelter underground for 7 years after mankind destroyed an incoming Armageddon-sized asteroid with nuclear weapons that in turn rains down radiation onto our planet that essentially turns the smallest creatures here on Earth into Godzilla-sized freaks. Well, that sounds realistic. If that was gonna happen, wouldn't we have already seen something with Chernobyl or Hiroshima? It's not like we haven't set these things off on the surface before. Oh well, it's 2020. If this movie can make me just forget about the world for 2 hours, that's all I need. So when Joel makes contact with his high school sweetheart via ham radio, he sets out on an 85-mile adventure across the surface through monster-infested lands to reconnect with his lost love. Now, I went into this film really not knowing what to expect, never really watching the trailer. I just saw this on video on demand and was like, what the hell? And you know what? To my delightful surprise, I'm glad I did. Yes, the explanation for the monsters is a bit ridiculous, but Love and Monsters provides fun entertainment that I think everyone can enjoy, mostly here due to O'Brien's performance. This could have easily fell into the trap of just being another Zombieland, but the unique direction and O'Brien's performance here, which is extremely charismatic and likable, that's the best way I can actually put it. He's almost like an overgrown kid who's never really been allowed to grow up or have that chance to grow up in this new world. And because of things like this and more, it became its own thing. There's even touches of Alien here at the beginning with the crew in an underground bunker that had that sense of isolationism, Fallout, and even Wizard of Oz. They're all here, and at its heart, Love and Monsters isn't even a monster or even an end-of-the-world movie. It's a coming-of-age adventure movie where Joel has to learn how to survive the surface of this new world. Now, O'Brien's been in a handful of movies that I've seen over the years, the Maze Runner franchise, of course, Deepwater Horizon, American Assassin, but I guess you could say he's never impressed or really unimpressed me at the same time. He's just sort of been there for the most part. And let's just say here, I'm going to say it, he was really good in this movie. The pacing of this movie also hits that sweet spot. It's an hour and 45 minutes and I never got bored during any of it. Every different turn Joel makes always leads to another moment, whether it's an action-packed monster scene or something even more heartwarming. I remember when he first left the shelter and his people behind, I was like, I hope this doesn't hurt. I'm really liking the tone of this crew that he lived with in the shelter. But then he meets Boy shortly after, Crocodile Wandu, or Clyde, whatever you prefer to call him here, and Minnow, played by Ariana Greenblatt, who share their survival skills with Joel, which leads to some cute scenes with Joel and Minnow. Again here, like I said, this could have easily fallen into the trappings of like Zombieland, but it doesn't, as they are just part of Joel's journey, eventually going their separate ways, where I have to say again, I was worried. I was like, no, I don't want to see them leave yet. I like Clyde. I liked Minnow. But it immediately picks right back up. And when Joel runs into a robot, at first I was thinking, this is kind of weird and out of place. But then suddenly, it lends to the most endearing and heartwarming scene of this entire movie. It's at this point, I was like, okay movie, you got me. You won me over. The effects were also very good for what they were. I will say most of the monsters are very PG-13 kid-friendly. There's a snail, a frog, a giant crab. I was actually more frightened by the small little slugs Joel encounters, and I was fine with that. I will say though, I would have liked to have gotten a little better look at exactly what crushed that car and destroyed the city in the beginning of this movie, but I was not disappointed. If anything disappointed me, it was some of the setup. It never really explained just how fast all of this happened. Did these creatures grow overnight, or did they take a while? And if Joel can kill them so easily, why couldn't the military? But it's a movie. If movies made sense all the time, there'd be no movies to watch. And probably my next small issue, which is probably the biggest problem I did have with this movie, was the antagonist we got at the end of the film here. I thought the movie was doing just fine with the monsters. We really didn't need the humankind too, and they were very cliche villains and easy to recognize. When the blonde guy comes around the corner for the very first time, I was like, you were created for one reason and one reason only, to be an unlikable creep. And I bet you're gonna die a horrible death. And well, but for something on VOD that, if I'm being honest, I never heard of, this was oddly one for me that may make my top 10 of 2020. It has an outside chance, let's just say that. Which isn't really saying much. I know this has been a weird year, but I had a lot of fun with this movie. I'll give Love and Monsters a B. Much like Palm Springs earlier this year, this movie actually took something that we've actually seen before, and it made it its own thing. And at times it even improved on its source material. So anyways guys, let me know what you think of this video, and do me a favor. If you liked Love and Monsters, comment below and let me know your thoughts. I really am curious, even if you didn't like it, let me know. And like I said, top of this video, if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button to join the Cranks right now. But until next time, which hopefully won't be 6 weeks again, I'll see you soon, guys.